Hey guys, Curtis Alexander. In this video, let's talk about vitamin D. I've made other videos about why I'm not a fan of supplementing, but this kind of goes a step farther. If your vitamin D levels are low, you need to start looking other places and trying other things. And one of those is, and this is critical, is your magnesium status. Now, I'm going to include a link to this study because there's a really good picture in it, that kind of graph that is going to drive home the point of why magnesium is so critical. And so I want to show you that really quick, because it doesn't matter. We're not just talking about supplementing with vitamin D. This includes vitamin D you get from your foods. This includes vitamin D that you're getting from sunlight. It's all dependent on magnesium. You can see that even with sunlight, it goes through a process before it gets to the liver, and one of those steps requires magnesium. The same thing. Once, whether you're getting it through diet or supplement, once it gets to your liver, to convert vitamin D3 or D2 to the 25-OHD requires an enzyme that's dependent on magnesium. Okay? Whether it's circulating in the blood to bind to those receptors requires magnesium. And once we get to the kidney, where we get that final conversion, all four of these enzymes require magnesium. So a very common theme here. Everything for your vitamin D status is dependent on your magnesium status. So it's kind of fair to say that if your vitamin D levels are low, there's a very high likelihood that your magnesium levels are low. And who I want to give credit to for this idea is a couple of guys, Morley Robbins, Jim Stevenson. These guys were very early on in suggesting that supplementing with vitamin D or even sun exposure, I'm not a fan of supplementing, but however you're getting it, very dependent on magnesium status. And it tells you a lot about your magnesium status. So with that being said, what do? You can supplement with magnesium. I supplement with magnesium. I'll include a link to the type I use, and that's fine. But also think about magnesium status is very dependent on your stress levels. The more stress you have, the more magnesium you're going to lose. A quick example is people will come to me and go, man, I crave salty foods. And I talk to them and, they have some stress in their life. It's like, eat the salty food as long as it's going to support your metabolism, which salt does, but you don't want to eat potato chips. I'm saying don't be afraid to throw a little salt on your grass-fed steak, for example. But one of the things that consuming sodium does is it spares some magnesium from being lost. So listen to your body's cravings. If you're craving, sweet foods, salty foods, eat good foods, but with those tastes, it can help, not lose so much magnesium. If you're doing extreme diets, you're going to lose more magnesium. So think about it from both points. Try to lose less magnesium. Try to get more in your diet, obviously through foods, but magnesium is a supplement I'm very supportive of. I do it myself, so that can help your vitamin D status. So something to keep in mind. Also remember, guys, if you want to learn about some of these other things you can do outside of drugs and surgery, make sure to go get my free checklist at curtis-alexander.com. Talk about this a lot more there and other things that can help you. So with that being said, let me know in the comments other topics that would be helpful for me to cover. This video was a prime example of that. So I hope it was helpful. See you in the next one.